Hey YouTube! So I am here today to demonstrate how I practice my NCAP pre-trip inspection from my car for the CDL exam, the Class A CDL exam. So stay tuned. All right, so let's get started with the NCAP pre-trip inspection from my car. This is how I study. This is what helps me to memorize the pre-trip inspection. So here we go. I'm going to check my seatbelt. My seatbelt latches and unlatches. It's properly mounted and secure. It's not cut, damaged, or frayed. Then next, I'm going to check for my 3 safety equipments, my 6 spare fuses, my 3 red reflective triangles, and my ABC fire extinguisher that is properly mounted and secure, and it is fully charged. Then next, I'm going to turn my key to the on position to perform a safe start. My governor should cut in at around 90 psi. Once it cuts in, I will start my engine. I will press my clutch. My brakes are applied and my shifter is in neutral. Then next, I'm going to check my driver's side mirror, my passenger mirror. They are both properly mounted and secure. They're not bent, broken, or cracked. They are adjusted to my liking, and there is nothing obstructing my view. Then next, I'm going to check my windshield. My windshield is properly mounted and secure. It's not bent, broken, or cracked, and it is clean and clear and free of any obstructions. Around the seal of my windshield, it is not leaking. I'm going to check my windshield wipers. They are all operating at all levels. They're properly mounted and secure. They're not bent, broken, or cracked. They sit flat against my windshield, and on the rubber of the windshield wiper blades, they have no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and they have no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and they're not damaged or frayed. And my windshield wiper fluid, it is activating. Next, I'm going to check my defrost and my heat. I'm going to turn my defrost on, and I'm going to place my hand up here to make sure that it is operating. And then next, I'm going to turn my heat at all levels. I'm going to turn it to the highest level and make sure that it is blowing. And then next, I'm going to check my lighting indicators. I'm going to check my left turn signal, my right turn signal, my 4-way flashers, my headlights, and my high beam light. They are all operating. And then next, I'm going to check for my gauges. All of my gauges are rising to manufacturer standards. My DEF gauge, it is no less than 1/8 full. My oil gauge, my temperature gauge, they are all rising to manufacturer standards. My voltage gauge, it is between 12 and 13. And my primary and secondary air, it is rising to governor cutout, which is between 120 and 140 psi. Then next, I'm going to check my city horn, and then I'm going to check my highway horn. They both are operating. That is the NCAP pre-trip inspection. That's how I practice from my car. All right, you guys. So next, I will show you all how I study the air brakes functions test. Now, again, from my last video, I have told you all how much my instructors have stressed that if you miss any part of the air brakes function test, it's an automatic fail. You will have to come back another day because you have failed this one part of the CDL exam test, the air brakes function test. You cannot miss one part of it. So I'm just going to go through how I have come home, and I would get in my car and I would run through all of these steps one by one, saying them in order, out of order, and how I learned the air brakes function test. So here we go. So now I'm going to start with our parking brake test, which is the tug test. So first, my engine is already started. This is after the NCAP pre-trip inspection, you're going to go straight into the air brakes functions test. So my engine is already started, but what I'm going to do next is I'm going to wait for my governor to cut out again between 120 and 140 psi. And once that is done, then I will go forward with performing the tug test. So the first thing I'm going to do, because my governor has cut out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push in my yellow tractor knob. I'm going to press my clutch, shifter, and second gear. I'm going to gently raise off my clutch, and once I pull against my trailer brakes, my trailer should not move. The trailer did not move. Press my clutch, shifter still in second gear. I'm going to pull out my yellow tractor knob, push in my red trailer knob. I'm going to ease off my clutch again, and I'm going to pull against my tractor brakes. My tractor may move slightly, but it should immediately stop. Ease off the clutch, tractor tugged, it immediately stopped. Parking brake test. So once that is done, I'm going to press my clutch, shifter back in neutral, and I will pull out my red trailer knob. The next test that I'm going to perform or explain to my examiner is the service brake test. So again, you're going to wait for your governor to cut out at between 120 and 140 psi. And once that does happen, which is, if for you guys who don't know, when the governor cuts in, you'll hear like a sneeze come through. And then when the governor cuts out between the 120, 140 psi, again, you'll hear another sneeze. So that's how you know that the governor has cut out. Once that happens, then you will go ahead and perform your service brake test. So now I'm going to press my clutch, put my shifter in second gear. I'm going to push both my yellow and my red trailer knob. I'm going to push both of those, and then I'm going to place my hands loosely on the steering wheel. I'm going to ease off my clutch. I'm going to move forward around 5 miles per hour, and then I'm going to firmly press my clutch and my service brake. My wheel should not move to the left or the right, and I should not hear any grinding noises. So that is the service brake test. So once you have performed that, you're going to put your shifter back in neutral, and then you're going to go into the next test, which is the air loss test. So then at this point, you're going to turn your vehicle off, turn your truck off, turn the key to the on position, right? And then your parking brakes are both pushed in. So you're going to turn your key to the on position. You're going to hold your service brake for 1 minute. And while I'm holding my service brake for 1 minute, I'm going to watch my gauges stabilize, right? And I'm going to ask my examiner to time me. I should not lose no more than 4 psi's for 1 minute, in 1 minute for a combination vehicle. It has to be said that way. So I'm going to hold my service brake. Examiner, please time me for 1 minute, and I should not lose no more than 4 psi's for a combination vehicle. Time is up. You explain, I have not lost no more than 4 psi's for a combination vehicle. That is your air loss test. Going to perform. After the air loss test, you're going to go straight into your low air warning light or buzzer test. So your vehicle is on the on position, your brakes have been pushed in. So now you're going to pump your service brake, and your low air warning light or buzzer should come on between 55 and 60 psi. So pump your service brake, pump it, pump it, pump it, and then you say, my low air warning light or buzzer, for whatever your vehicle has come on at 55 psi. Then go straight into the last test, and it is the emergency activation test. So you're going to continue to pump your service brake until both knobs, your yellow and your red knob, pop out between 20 and 40 psi. So you continue to pump your service brake until, watch your knobs. Don't look at your gauge. Watch your knobs, and then continue to pump your service brake, and they both should pop out between 20 and 40 psi. So you're pumping your service brake. They both pop out, and you just give the results. Both of my knobs have popped out at 20 psi. And that is the in-cab pre-trip inspection, and that is your air functions test in a nutshell. Less than 10 minutes. That is it. All right, you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.